talk about it. Who are the candidates for this particular device, this beautiful innovation? I think everybody who wants to lose weight. Everybody who wants to lose weight can take, everybody in the hall who wants to lose weight can take this device, who wants to jumpstart their long-term weight loss, who have life-changing events like they have marriage 6 months later, can go in for this device and look good, fit, beautiful on the day of their marriage. Anybody who do not want a surgery, and there's several other indications, and I'm not going to go into the details, but anybody who wants weight loss, this device is fully approved in India. It's fully licensed. So you will get it in Hyderabad at multiple clinics with multiple doctors. It's reimbursed with insurance. We have already treated 500 patients with this device, and beautiful part, type 2 diabetes, which again, experts after me will discuss more. It's a very good treatment for overweight patients who have type 2 diabetes, who have no hope. They have all those complications with diabetes. We can now stop that with this particular modality. So without taking much time, let me introduce you with somebody who is responsible for why all of us are here. Dr. Shantanu Gaur, the founder and CEO of Allurion. He founded Allurion in 2009 at the Harvard Medical School, one of the most reputed, the dream school, the dream medical school for any student who wants to pursue medicine in US and across the world. He completed his undergraduate studies at the Harvard University with majors in biology and polymer chemistry. He is credited to have been responsible for 40 issued patents related to this particular device. So the fact in itself that this device is covered by 40 patents, Shantanu is responsible for that, and the honor for us is that he is born to parents who have been raised in India. So I think I would now hand over all the proceedings to Dr. Shantanu Gaur to explain how he came up with this fantastic idea and what it takes us towards a future, towards the journey of weight loss and metabolic medicine.
It's been a while coming over here, but finally we are here and we are super excited about what we are going to deliver. So before I start, I just want to give you a little idea. Give me one moment. Can we just go to the previous slide? Sorry, yeah. So I want to talk to you about what actually went into the development. And in fact, Mohit and I were talking about it just on the drive over here and explaining that this didn't just happen like this. So Shantanu and Sammy were second year medical students when they came up with this concept, and they came to me, I being one of their professors, and we started talking about it. And we obviously started working to develop this technology. I thought it was very exciting. But it took us almost 8 years, 9 years to really come to develop this technology and reach a point where we felt that this was safe enough to go into a human body. Safe enough to go into a human body. So during this process, we iterated multiple types of devices or multiple modifications to these devices. We got chemical testing done to show its safety. We got it placed in mice to make sure that the material was completely safe. We then moved on to animal testing to show that this device is not going to cause any harm. Then we moved to larger animals to make absolutely sure that this device can stay there over a prolonged period of time safely. And finally, once we were convinced, showing that this was a safe device, we moved on to our human trials that we conducted in Europe. And even there, we did what's called a first-in-man trial with a shorter duration device and a little bit smaller device, and then moved on to the current device in Europe, where we proved its safety, got European approval, and then finally, we got a CE mark and started doing this commercially. So from 2009 till 2016 was just the development and proving that this device is absolutely safe. Now we needed to show that there was a device that was efficacious. How much weight loss can be achieved? And I'm going to talk to you about those studies. And what was amazing to us is that when we brought it commercially in 2016, how rapidly it was taken up all over the world. So as Shantanu mentioned, in just from 2015, 16, when we placed the first device, till now 2022.
He and his professor, Dr. Ram, they worked on it, worked hard on it, and developed it and made it happen. And they brought to the world something so easy and simple as you have seen with all the explanations. It's because unless you have something that's easy and simple, most people these days don't accept it. So if you want to do something for the masses, that's the only way it will work. And as you have seen, how the percentage of surgeries that we can do is so little. And this is not only for India, it's across the world. 1% of the eligible people for surgery actually come for surgery. All over the world, at the most, it goes to 1.5, 1.8%. Doesn't matter whether it's US, Australia, Germany, any country in the world is the same story. So you saw the launch of the virtual, the care suite. And this is a practical issue we all face in life. And they have so obviously and so clearly identified the problem. Because when we are inefficient in life, we do less work. And this is a problem, even my nutritionist, I was telling him, this is what we face, because when we see our patients, even after surgery, he will put some data on, I might put some data on, but we don't all have access at the same time. And now what they have enabled with their software advances is that all over the world, I guess, we might have access to data and charts and the results. And for follow-up of our patients, all the data would be available so easily, and we would be able to get some graphs and charts from the software to present in our conferences, to present it on our websites, so patients anywhere in the world can see it and approach us.
If you are asking the question that can we take 2 capsules at a time to fill up the stomach with a liter of fluid rather than half a liter, the answer is no. You can only take 1 capsule and 1 balloon at a time. But once the balloon has passed, 2 or 3 months later, or even 6 months later, you can take a second balloon, and that's the study I had demonstrated the increased weight loss that occurs. So, not 2 balloons at the same time, but 2 balloons in sequence you can certainly take, maybe even 3, one after another, but only 1 balloon in the body at one time. After, sir, yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Guru, and it was great listening to three of you. And it felt as if we were sitting in Harvard lecture hall. Hope we'll make it one day there. So my question is, like, are there any requirements or criteria that this person can opt for Allurion product? And my second question is this: there is a myth, weight loss myth around this part of India that if you eat more quantity of rice, you'll get more calories. Or is it true that eating rice would add to your weight? These are my two questions. Thank you, sir.
Sure. So, I'll answer the first question, and I'm going to give the rice question to Mohit, who has pretty strong views about that. So coming to the criteria that the patient should have. So the first thing is the CDESCO in India looked at it very carefully, the data, to see which patients really qualify for this device. And they decided that BMI 27 and above should qualify, and the age of the patient should be 16 years or greater. So not younger than 16, not lower BMI than 27. So that's what we as a company now promote, that this is the group of patients that should get the balloon. Furthermore, when we are selecting the patients, we are very, very careful. So think about this balloon. It's swallowed, so anything that may interfere with swallowing, like an esophageal stricture or a motility problem in the esophagus, becomes a contraindication. Similarly, this balloon is going to reside in the stomach. So if there is any propensity to have an ulcer formation or perforation of the stomach, we don't want to include those patients. And these are patients who have had previous gastric surgery, previous esophageal surgery, even a lap band, we are contraindicated. Then remember, this balloon is supposed to pass through the GI tract. So anything that can limit that passage, for example, Crohn's disease or an or a small intestinal surgery where there may be a stricture, or adhesions in the GI tract that may cause obstruction, becomes a contraindication. So it's important that we select the right individual to get the balloon. We should not put it in everybody.
You're the founder and CEO of Illurion, and this is the Illurion Balloon. The Illurion Balloon is part of the Illurion program. The balloon itself comes in a capsule, and it's attached to a very thin tube. The idea is very simple. You go to the doctor's office, and in a 10-minute office visit, you swallow this capsule, it goes down into the stomach, and it turns into this balloon. This balloon is filled with half a liter of water. It remains in your stomach for 4 months, and after 4 months, it passes out naturally from the body. The balloon is covered by over 40 patents, and we have already treated 100,000 patients around the world with this technology in over 58 countries. The balloon is paired with a full digital platform called the Illurion Virtual Care Suite, which allows for full remote patient monitoring of all patients around India and around the world. And then we've also coupled this with a behavior change program that turbocharges the results of the balloon and the digital platform. We're very excited to be bringing the Illurion program to India. Here in India, 3 out of 4 adults are overweight. There's over 100 million adults with excess weight and diabetes, and we're very much looking forward to treating them and fulfilling our mission to end obesity around the globe. The cost of the Illurion program is just over 3 lakhs. It is covered by insurance, and that cost includes all aspects of the program, including the balloon, our digital platform, our behavior change program, and all of the follow-up received as a result.